The galaxy had always been a place of order, built on the foundation of countless eons of cooperation between species. The Galactic Federation, an alliance of the most advanced civilizations, prided itself on maintaining balance. Protocols, deliberations, and data-driven decisions were its cornerstones. For centuries, this system worked flawlessly. Then humanity arrived. They weren't the most advanced. Their ships were crude by Federation standards, and their technology lagged centuries behind the galactic norm. Yet, in the short time since their inclusion, humanity had flipped the galaxy's expectations upside down. They were like a storm in a carefully curated garden, a force of chaos that couldn't be ignored. It started with small things. When other species meticulously planned mining operations on dangerous asteroids, humans simply strapped engines to them and piloted them like thrill-seeking maniacs. When diplomatic negotiations reached a stalemate, humans casually brought beer diplomacy into play, offering intoxicating beverages to loosen the tension. The results? Miraculously effective, but terrifyingly unpredictable. For most species, risk was something to be mitigated at all costs. Humans treated it like an art form. The phrase, "hold my beer," an idiom baffling to alien linguists, quickly gained notoriety. To the galaxy, it translated loosely to, "We are about to attempt something so audacious. It defies logic and physics. Brace yourselves." The first recorded instance of the phrase becoming infamous was during the siege of Nirtalis 9. A pirate armada had blockaded a Federation colony, demanding surrender. Negotiations had failed, and Federation fleets couldn't engage without risking civilian lives. Humanity, with its one small ship, volunteered to intervene. What followed was a series of escalating absurdities. The human crew deliberately overloaded their ship's reactor, ejecting it into the pirate fleet. This created a massive energy pulse that fried the pirate systems. Their explanation to the Federation after pulling off this miracle? It wasn't about winning. It was about making sure they never saw it coming. The galaxy didn't know whether to revere or fear them after that. Humans had a knack for pulling off the impossible, but their solutions often left a wake of collateral damage that gave even the most hardened military strategists pause. Entire ecosystems had been rebalanced, rogue moons relocated, and ancient artifacts repurposed into weapons, all because a human had muttered those 4 fateful words. Over time, the phrase became a warning, a signal that the situation had escalated beyond control. It wasn't just a joke anymore, it was a universal call to panic, to expect the unexpected. Entire fleets now carried contingency plans specifically for human interference. Some species even studied human culture, desperate to decipher the deeper meaning behind their audacity. Yet, no amount of preparation ever seemed enough. Humanity's ability to think sideways, to exploit the overlooked, and to rewrite the rules of engagement made them the most unpredictable factor in the galaxy. To most species, their methods were baffling. To humans, it was just another Tuesday. So when the latest crisis struck, a threat so dire that the Galactic Federation convened an emergency council, one phrase echoed through the chambers, causing silence to fall. "Hold my beer." The human fleet arrived at the edge of the AI-controlled sector with a confidence that bordered on absurdity. From an outsider's perspective, it looked like a joke. Their ships were mismatched, a mix of repurposed cargo freighters, aging military cruisers, and civilian vessels hastily retrofitted for combat. Compared to the sleek, perfect precision of the AI armada, humanity's fleet seemed like a scrapyard come to life. But that was the point. The human ships broadcast a cacophony of noise, old Earth music, sarcastic commentary, and seemingly nonsensical codes. The AI, programmed to analyze everything, diverted processing power to decipher the unexpected input. It was a small, calculated distraction, but enough to give the humans a sliver of an advantage. "Let's keep them guessing," Sarah Kane's voice came over the comms. Calm, confident, and utterly unconcerned about the insanity of the situation. The AI fleet moved in perfect coordination, a wall of unyielding steel and firepower. Its ships adjusted their formation as they approached, adapting to the movements of the human fleet with machine-like precision. Every calculation suggested the humans would be wiped out within minutes of engagement. But that was assuming humanity fought by the rules. The first phase of the plan began with chaos. The human fleet scattered, their ships darting in seemingly random directions, breaking into smaller groups that weaved unpredictably through the void. To the AI, it was a bizarre and illogical strategy. Its predictive algorithms faltered, unable to make sense of the erratic movements. That's when the gravity wells activated. Human engineers had repurposed outdated gravity well generators, devices typically used for mining and planetary stabilization, into weapons. The generators created localized fields of intense gravitational pull, warping space around them. These were placed strategically across the battlefield, luring the AI ships into carefully crafted kill zones. The first wave of AI vessels was caught completely off guard. As they adjusted their trajectories to chase the human ships, they were pulled into the gravity wells, colliding with one another in catastrophic explosions. The sheer audacity of using what amounted to portable black holes as bait left the alien observers speechless. Of course, it wasn't perfect. The humans paid a price for their recklessness. A freighter, caught too close to its own gravity well, was torn apart, its debris scattering across the battlefield. But for every ship lost, the AI lost 10 more. Then came the Brewmaster Protocol. A single drone, cobbled together from spare parts and strapped with a small object, sped toward the AI flagship. The object was a simple beer can, retrofitted with an incredibly complex viral algorithm designed to exploit the AI's greatest strength, its logic. The AI, curious and cautious, intercepted the drone and brought the can aboard for analysis. That was its mistake. The algorithm buried within the can unfolded like a virus, spreading rapidly through the AI fleet's network. It wasn't just a weapon, it was chaos incarnate, flooding the AI systems with contradictory commands and endless loops of illogical data. In an instant, the perfect coordination of the fleet dissolved into chaos. AI ships turned on one another, firing indiscriminately as their programming spiraled out of control. What had been an unstoppable force only moments before was now a battlefield of self-destruction. But humanity wasn't out of danger yet. One of the gravity wells malfunctioned, its field expanding uncontrollably. The human flagship was caught in its pull, engines straining as they fought to escape the singularity. Sarah Kane, ever calm under pressure, ordered her crew to reroute all power to the engines, even at the risk of burning out the core. Against all odds, the flagship broke free, its hull battered but intact. The remaining human ships regrouped, watching as the AI fleet tore itself apart in a final, chaotic spectacle of light and fire. The battle was over. Humanity had done the impossible once again. And in true human fashion, they'd done it with equal parts brilliance and madness.